Hi there, my name is Marshall Dane. I'm with Adventure Canada here on the Ocean Endeavour as we're coming out of the Northwest Passage. Earlier we were in a little community called Gjoa Haven. Gjoa Haven was a beautiful spot. We stopped there, the community came together, they brought us music, they gave us a drum dance, they even had a live band. I love it when I get asked to bring my guitar and perform with the community and for the community. And in this particular instance, I got to play with the Gjoa band. They knew exactly the chord changes I was calling out. They were amazing. We did You Are My Sunshine. At one point, the whole passenger audience broke into song and were basically singing a thank you back to the community for hosting. There was something else that was really important on my mind. This has been on my mind for over 2 years. I started learning sign language. I wanted to learn sign language mostly because I wanted to share my experiences and some of the messages of my song. I was told, I had heard there was one woman in Gjoa Haven that was a deaf woman that lived there, but she might not be there anymore. She might have traveled out of town. As we arrived at Gjoa Haven and we finished the community center activities, I kept asking, and people had said that they thought she had left, but there was one boy.
My name is Gibson Porter. I'm from Gjoa Haven, Nunavut, and I'm 22 years old.
That when I asked him, he said, "Oh, I know who you're talking about." He took me in his ATV and we rode over to her house. He went inside to make sure she was home, and sure enough, she was. I was happy. I got so excited. As we walked inside, we greeted each other with a smile. We greeted each other with a wave. We told each other our names. And of course, she asked me, she said, "How did you find me? How did you know I was deaf? And how did you know that I was here?" And I told her I was asking everybody I knew and everybody that she knew where to find Martha. After speaking, we had a beautiful and emotional discussion about how she was the only deaf person in town. It made for some short conversations, not really in-depth, how are you and how are you feeling and what's going on in your world. So we took the next half hour to talk about life, to talk about her family, to talk about my mother who taught me sign language when I was a little boy. And we talked about her daughter, her granddaughter, and it was just beautiful to share such emotional and personal details with her that I could see it in her face, in her smile, and in the way that she would respond to me, that she was grateful to be able to freely and fluidly communicate. She had learned ASL as a young person. She had gone to Edmonton to learn. She was so articulate. She was slow, and she made sure that I understood what she meant. She was used to speaking to people that didn't know sign language, so she was even better at connecting with me and expressing her thoughts. This was the moment, the pinnacle of what I had imagined. I had imagined coming to the North and feeling like I was presenting a bit of a resource for even a brief moment where we could sign together and we could make that connection. Just saying how it smells so good in here, and she just told me that she was cooking lunch for her daughter who was at the high school. I think your daughter is age 8. Yeah, her daughter's 18 years old. It was a beautiful culmination of everything I wanted to do with sign language. Yep. So she was asking if we were going to stay till tomorrow, but we're not. We're going to be leaving, obviously, in an hour. And then she was just asking if we could take a picture. Her daughter lives here in town with her granddaughter, and her daughter knows how to sign. She works at the school as a janitor, and she's looking for full-time work, though. So if she can't find it, she might move. I can't thank you enough for this opportunity and for this memory, and for what this gives me inside to continue to search out people that I can sign with out here, and maybe bring people north that can sign, and I can help them interpret what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, so that everybody in the world is included in this beautiful opportunity. Thank you, Adventure Canada, for everything.